It's TMNT time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the Neca Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Rasputin and Genghis. Two of the four punk frogs. Finally. I say finally because the punk frogs from back in the day, they looked a little bit wonky. AKA nothing like they did in the show. And that finally Neca's rolling them out. We can finally have the four frogs. Well, we're getting two right now. So let's have a look at them. And don't forget, if you're a fan of the TMNT, you should really subscribe to this channel because I review a lot of that. So I just went back and looked at the episode where the punk frogs first show up to refresh my memory, and I learned nothing. So none of it was revealed to me about the accessories or whatnot. So they stand at about 12.5 centimeters to the top of the head, which means we are going up to almost 5 inches. Like, yeah, 4.9, 5 inches tall. Size comparisons. Here's Jolter, an SH Figure Arts Goku, one of the Neca cartoon turtles, one of the original Playmates toys, which looks nothing like they did in a show, and I don't even remember which one this is supposed to be. Super 7 Leonardo, and Darkseid. So, let's have a look at these frog boys, and I'm probably not gonna remember their names, but so for the record, the one with the orange shirt was Rasputin, and the one with the blue purplish shirt is Genghis. Just for the record. Now, overall look and detail, obviously it's the exact same mold, just recycled, but that's fine. There is some difference in the face sculpt. Am I just tripping? Definitely seems a little bit bigger over here on Genghis's part. And you do have the cartoon lines, but yeah. Just to get that out of the way, it is the exact same mold, but that's fine. I mean, it's the exact same figure, it's the exact same character, just like with the four turtles. You don't really need to change anything, but I just want to look at this like, no, the hat, it's also the same. This hat piece just kind of looks bigger. I guess when they're stretching the mouth. That's kind of how it's more rounded. So, for the rest of the review, I'm just going to have a look at one of them. For this one, I have Genghis. Overall look in detail. As I was saying, with Mondo Gecko, I am very pleased with the line work that Neca has been putting on these. It's very clean, the line for the mouth, also around the eyes. You know, it has a little bit of bleeding and there's a little bit of white getting out of it, but still, there's still a bunch of detail, a little bit wrinkly around the eyes. You got all the dots in the front and on the side. Got the two-tone color going on throughout all of the figure, the arms, the shirt, and also pants, legs. Mine has a little bit of a scratch there, unfortunately, but that's quality control issues. The necklace is molded onto the figure, which is one of the weirdest things. Why did they do that? So you got the line work also going around. On this one is not really clean, and they also didn't really do line work around the triangle. Seems to be somewhere on the other side, but not really that much. So again, that's kind of weird. Got the dots on the shirt. I'm getting a little bit of completely unrelated, but it kind of reminds me of the American Dream, the wrestler, Dusty Rhodes. Then you got an armband on this side and a colorful wristband on the other side. Let's. I'm just checking real quick if that's really the same on both of them. Also, he's kind of loose in the leg, this guy. Then you got the red pants. Has a little bit of a smudge there, but the rest of the line work does look clean. As I move down to the triple-toed feet, has some more line work in there. Also in the thighs and the double hinges in the knees. But yeah, overall, very cool design, very colorful, and nothing to complain here. For your articulation, actually very interesting, as I just completely behead him. I'm just trying to pull on it, but you have a double ball combination, which actually works really good. Considering you don't really have much room for the neck, but if you move this to the back, the hat moves to the back, it moves up, it does tilt side to side, good amount, and it does swivel all the way, no problem. And then you can also bring it around on the lower pack. It is disconnecting right now, but it is pretty nicely in there. I just really give it a hard tuck. Then you have the hinge in the shoulder, can bring that one all the way up. And rotate it, doesn't have any wiggle room because it's just packed in. Then you have another bicep swivel under the shirt and a regular hinge in the elbow, so you can bring that up and down. Rotation also in it, same for the hand, up and down on the hinge and swivel. Chest area is actually quite nimble, but I can't really get it to move right now. Let's see with the other one. I have like more, some of it is a little bit more frozen, as NECA figures tend to do. Although, as I also mentioned in the Mondo Gecko review, they have been better. It's been better all around, not just with the line work, but also the joints are a lot less frozen than I'm used to with NECA, so that's pretty good. So yeah, there's the movement for that. Side to side and all the way around. You also have a swivel at the torso for the legs. Does move forward. The entire crotch piece over here is soft plastic. Does move out to the side. Does move to the back and also rotates. The leg on Genghis over here are just really loose. I have trouble kind of posing him. He kind of just always slides a little bit to the side, so that's a bit of an issue. Just with this one though, not with the other one, you have a swivel in the thigh, the double hinged knees, which goes up all the way, and the foot is on another hinge. You can bring that up and down. Also has a beautiful, beautiful, lovely pivot. Goes outside side for some stability. For your accessories first, for which one was it again? I'm looking always to the side. For Rasputin, you have a bow, and has some detail on it, and a little peg over there. I guess, well, I don't think that's a peg. I guess that's more kind of to lean a bow on it, so it kind of stays on there, right. Also, this is fairly tight. Don't break it off. It is like real rope kind of thingy. And then you have the quiver for your arrows. Also, this is plastic actually. Soft-ish, just kind of drape it over his shoulder. Does have a hole, so you actually can store the bows in there. And then you have 3 regular bows. Arrows. Wow, okay. You got 3 regular arrows and the 1 trick arrow, which just for the most of the time it explodes. But I think they also use it to kind of flash grenade. Frag out. You have an axe for the other one. I already forgot his gang. I got the axe for the other one. For this one. Again, I keep forgetting their names, but it's a nice axe, has some line work on it, also some kind of damage, some dents in there. That looks cool. Then we got a disguise, which I guess it just kind of drape over the face. Actually, let me try this out. I want to see how that looks. Does that look good? Does that even work? It does. It does kind of just lay on there, but it's fine. It looks funny. I like it. Good stuff. Then you got 2 turtle comps, which we've seen those before, but damn, I love the detail on it. The paint job is good for the most part. It does have some bleeding here and there, but at the price point, it's alright. I just love the detail, love these things. And then, as I mentioned earlier, both frogs come with the smiling expression and the gritting teeth expression. Same thing. Then you have mini frogs, well, not really mini frogs, but their original form before they mutated. So do have some line work, which is, a little bit bad around this side, but really bad about this side. Better on the other guy, but there's the frogs. And I don't really know what this is supposed to be. I guess it's a cage. It kind of looks like a cage, but not really sure about that one. And then you have some hands. You got some peace. Well, I want to say on one hand, I think it's peace sign hands, but on the other hand, it's probably also just kind of to have the arrow and balance it in there. And then you have pointy finger, which, it's just a pointy finger. It doesn't have anything to hold. Fist hands, well, you have the holding hands on the figure itself. And then another more grabby hand that goes out a little bit in a different direction than the one that's already on the figure again. Probably to hold on to like an arrow or whatnot. I mean, that's his gimmick. And there you go. So that's gonna do it. It's gonna bring me to the final thoughts for these Punk Frogs 2-pack. I mean, I don't have any trouble with it. Like, the paint job, of course, has some issues here and there, but for the most part, it looks good. And you also always have to consider that this is not as expensive as a lot of other stuff I review. This is not as expensive as like a Figure Arts or Figma. Hence why I'm a lot more lenient with ugly paint slips here and there. Also, you do get a lot of good accessories. The articulation works fairly well for the most part. I gotta say though, the more I move them around, the most problem I have with the legs. And I guess it's because like the soft plastic pants, it's kind of draped over the body. It kind of gets into the way, so it really takes some playing around, and I might have to put like the feet on like a little base just on a pack. I mean, I do have holes in the feet, so you can always help out with that. But that's as much of a complaint as I have, and that's, you know, not really a lot. So yeah, I do recommend these guys. It's the first time you actually get the right punk frogs as figures, and this is the first 2-pack. We're gonna get the second one somewhere down the line, and I'm just really excited to get all 4 punk frogs in their original cartoon design, and it looks great, articulates well, and no big issues here. That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever the punk frogs want. Stronger joints in the legs, maybe.